Allo, mon ami. Welcome back to Paperwork and Tell, where we make filling out forms and applications easy for everyone. Raheem on the mic, and I'm your host. Today we're talking about two forms you fill every time you begin a new job: the federal and provincial personal tax credits return, better known as TD1s. At your job, these are the forms they use to figure out how much federal and provincial income tax to take off your paycheck or your income. We covered all that in part 1 of this video. In part 2, we went online, we downloaded the forms, and went through them together. If you haven't seen those videos, make sure you check those out first. The links should be on the screen. In this video, we're going to take all that knowledge and put it into practice. By the way, Allo Allo is a British TV series I used to watch growing up as a kid. Used to love that show. When it came on, I'll be playing outside. My mom would crack the door open and yell, "Allo Allo is on!" And I'll rush inside, settle down, about to enjoy the show, and NEPA go take light. NEPA is the equivalent of Hydro One, so they control electricity for the whole country, and they are notorious for randomly switching off the lights for the whole neighborhood, sometimes for days. Anyway, now, going back to the federal TD1 we filled, assuming our annual salary is still $50,000, our taxable income is $50,000 minus what we have on line 13, which is $37,131. So this is the amount we'll be paying income tax on. Most people get paid bi-weekly, that's once every 2 weeks. On a bi-weekly pay cycle, we have 26 pay periods in 1 year. To get our bi-weekly salary, we'll take our taxable income and divide that by 26. So $1,428.12 is what we can expect to get paid every 2 weeks. Now, to calculate the federal and provincial income tax, let's go back online. Most people don't know this. There's a tool on the CRA's website that does the calculations for us. It's called PDOC, which stands for Payroll Deductions Online Calculator. This tool can be used for every province except for, you guessed it, Quebec. Come on now, you all know Quebec is special. There's a similar tool called WinRAS, which is the PDOC equivalent for my people in Quebec. Alright, so let's go back to PDOC. Once you're on this page, after reading all this information, you can scroll down and click I accept. What kind of calculation do we need to do? We're doing one for salary, so that's fine. We'll hit next. Employee's name, we can skip that. Employer's name, we can skip that as well. Let's go right to the required fields. What province are we in? I'm in Ontario. Pay period frequency, how often do we get paid? Well, we get paid bi-weekly, once every 2 weeks, which is 26 pay periods in a year. So we'll go ahead and select that. What day do we get paid? Let's say we get paid, so 2019, we're in the month of July. You can pick any day. Let's say we get paid we're getting paid on the 21st. All right, and hit next. All right, so our bi-weekly salary is $1,428.12. To keep it simple, we'll skip everything else. We're not calculating anything else, so we'll just come all the way down and hit next. Pay attention to this page, guys. Here's where it gets interesting. This is where we start transfer in information from our TD1. Take the amount you have on line 13 of your federal TD1 and select which bracket it falls in here. We have $12,869, which falls within this bracket. Before we move on, I would like to point out, because these calculations are based on brackets, is the reason why people get slightly different results when calculating income tax. Depending on the software and payroll system your company uses, the results may be different, but it won't be by much. Remember on page 2 of your federal TD1, there's a box where if you want your employer to take additional tax from your paycheck, you would write the amount in there. Well, here's where you transfer that info. So if you have an amount in that box, you would write that amount in here. Next, we have the Provincial TD1. So you would take whatever amount you have on line 10 and select which bracket it falls in here. We are not going to bother with vacation pay, CPP, or EI in this video. We'll just let the system do its thing with those calculations based on the amounts we put in for the salary. Keeping it moving, we'll skip everything else and just come down and click on Calculate. Aha, here we have the result. Looking at the federal income tax, we'll be paying $117.52, and for provincial tax, we'll be paying $61.22. Now let's go back and see what happens when you zero out either your federal or provincial TD1. We'll delete all these guys and any deductions we claimed. Now we have a big fat 0 on line 13, which means we are claiming no deductions. Everything else stays the same. We still make $50,000 a year. Our new taxable income will be $50,000 minus what we have on line 13. And because we've chosen to have no deductions, so that stays the same. Then we take that amount and divide it by 26 because we get paid bi-weekly. Our gross pay every 2 weeks now becomes $1,923.07. Okay, let's go back to PDoc. We'll repeat the same steps from the previous calculation. We not business about CPP and EI. We're here for one thing only, income tax. Yes, I'm sure we can all admit my JA accent needs a little bit of work, but it's getting there. I'll keep working on it. Looking at the result, you can see our income tax has gone up significantly. So zeroing out your federal or provincial TD1 means you'll be paying more tax through the year. However, that's going to set you up for a nice refund when you file your income tax. You'll be dancing all the way to the bank, Opa Gandam style. A very wise lady who happens to be a payroll manager gave me this advice. She said to take it a step further, use a highlighter, and highlight that line so they don't miss it. Because most people claim the basic personal amount. The guys in HR, they're used to keying that amount into their system, and that builds muscle memory. So the odd time when a form comes along where that line is zeroed out, they could miss it. I mean, we're humans and people make mistakes. All right, we've covered quite a bit, and I think you guys get the gist by now. I hope you are feeling more confident about your knowledge on TD1s. On a scale of 1 to 10, How easy are these forms to fill? I'll give it a 7.5 because I didn't find the language confusing. I didn't feel like I was signing away my firstborn child or giving up a kidney without knowing. Government forms should be the easiest forms to fill, but you look at some of them and man, the verbiage is like, what? Look, my spider senses wake up every time I have to fill a form from a financial institution or an insurance company. It shouldn't be that way with government stuff. I'd love to hear about your experience. Did you find the forms easy to fill or did they leave you scratching your head? Let me know in the comments. That brings us to the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. If there's a form you would like to see me cover on the channel, let me know in the comments or send me an email. If you found this content useful and you would like to treat me to coffee, because you know I need my coffee. Without coffee, none of this would have been possible. Anyway, to treat me to a coffee, there's a link in the description you can use to do that. Your support is always appreciated. Till the next time, thank you and peace.